This is The Bad Hire, the show where epic hiring failures and remarkable wins fuel better hiring. I'm your host, Ken Monroe, and each week we dive into real-life stories with HR pros, recruiters, and leaders who've seen it all. Because let's face it, everyone remembers the bad hire.
Well, hey, everyone. Welcome to The Bad Hire, the show where hiring disasters and guaranteed firings happen. I'm Ken Monroe, co-host Emma and Morgan. Hey, ladies, how are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Awesome.
I'm good.
That's good.
How about you, Ken?
I'm good. All right. Every week we dig into the wildest, weirdest, and most jaw-dropping hiring fails from offices, job sites, organizations from across the country. We've had some good stories so far. I still think the nestling cat is still my favorite story.
I was going to say that for like 100 episodes.
What about the guy that melted his face to the grill?
Yeah, that was pretty bad. Yeah. As a reminder, we're running a $10,000 contest. Just send us your best bad hire story, and we'll read it here on the podcast. Funniest, craziest, wildest story you can think of. Could be happy, could be sad, could be tragic, whatever it might be. Just tell a great story. We're talking about resumes full of lies, maybe somehow, a failed background check, something that just completely whiffed on the hire. That would be, those would be great stories, and to give everyone a chance to win $10,000. So I'm looking forward to more. I know we got some submissions this week.
Yep.
So we'll read some of those. That'll be cool. And yes, you can change the name of the person, so you can keep it anonymous. Let's not throw anybody under the bus for real. So, but I'm excited about the $10,000. I'm excited about giving that away, and we'll start getting some word out on social media and some other places, people to submit some stories and for a chance to win $10,000. So that's really cool.
For sure.
So have you guys got good stories today?
I do.
All right, we'll try to do 2 or 3 apiece because you told me you had some long ones too.
Yeah, we have some very windy ones today.
And you had some type of comment from our social media someone made you thought was funny.
Yeah.
I think it will be funny, but maybe
I do, yeah.
Okay.
Maybe.
We'll see, yeah.
All right. So why don't I start? You want to do that, or you guys want to start?
Yeah,
I'll start. So here's the story, and I read this a minute ago. This thing goes from a little menacing at work to just absolute crazy town. So we had been noticing a lot of tools going missing at work, like thousands of dollars worth of drills, batteries, sawzalls, that kind of stuff. We're a pretty large manufacturing facility, but our processes hadn't caught up to our size yet, so nothing was really tagged or identified, which made it really hard to track. I guess easy to steal when they don't know what they have.
Yeah.
I was working in one of our shops, and the supervisor came in and grabbed one of the apprentices and asked him to come with him. Now, this kid was always a pretty decent guy, pretty funny, and not a bad worker. We all knew he was kind of a mess, though, and had a lot of bad habits. So when he got asked to go, we started to put it together that he must have been the one stealing the stuff, probably to pay for drugs.
Oh.
And that he was going to get let go. He comes back a little bit later and confirms that he was fired and grabs a couple of things, but doesn't touch his tools. Very odd, considering that's how we make our living. But one of the guys asked if he's going to take them, and all he said was, "Nope, I don't need them. But watch me in the news." Then he left.
What?
Yeah. So
That's him.
So we kind of.
Oh, okay.
Oh no,
This is going on. Okay.
Yeah, no, the story keeps going. We kind of looked at each other and laughed. Figured he was just mad and making some crazy statements or claims, and that he'd come back and grab them when he calmed down a little bit. Nope, never returned. Turns out he had some relationship issues going on, along with that rampant drug use, and now that he had even more time to enjoy, that he had no job. So he ended up assaulting his girlfriend. And when she left in her car, he ran down the street to a convenience store, carjacked some lady's ride. She managed to get out before he took the car. The 4 days following were pretty crazy. Apparently, he was randomly committing crimes with no real idea of what the heck he was doing. Lots of kind of random B&Es. And at one point, he was confronted by a homeowner to which he threatened.
Oh my!
It was pretty crazy seeing someone's face that you just worked with a few days earlier plastered all over the news.
So he was not telling the lie when he said, well, "Catch me on the news."
You know,
he was real serious about it.
He was just doing all this and not know, because he was on drugs, right?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know why I did all this. I don't know.
Well,
it all came to head when the
drugs.
undercover officer spotted him in yet another stolen vehicle on the highway. The cop flashed his badge to try to get him to stop. He did stop by ramming the police car and forcing them both onto the side of the road. The officer was then attacked by the man, but he eventually tasered him and got some backup. So Mr. Name Withheld received a decently long jail term for his efforts, and I've never heard from him since.
We should give him a name.
Yeah. What's his name? Bob. We'll call him Bob.
Dang, Bob.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's a lot.
So that goes from a missing Saul to carjacking to ramming a police officer. I guess a lot of times you have no idea who you're working with.
Yeah.
Guess
Just
not.
I just need to check Emma if like tools start missing at the office.
I'll definitely be checking from now on. Not that I
Keep your
wasn't checking
inventory.
before,
Yeah.
but
I don't know.
All right.
It just seemed like it just
That was a Reddit one?
That was a Reddit. Yeah.
Okay.
It was a Reddit. It went off. I mean, it just completely went off the rails here. All right, here's another one. I hired someone who seemed promising. How many of these stories?
They all say that. They all say they
That's
seem
what they all
promising.
say.
Yeah.
Right? How many? It's just like everyone is like, oh, this was going to be a great hire, and then it just. So I hired someone who seemed promising. Said he was proficient in a coding language, but on day one he couldn't do even the basic coding in that language. So even after being given code samples, during his exit interview, he admitted he'd never used it.
Whew.
He'd just seen it used and thought, well, he could probably figure it out. The examples he gave in his interview were apparently stolen from coworkers. So I don't know. I'm just thinking.
Coding isn't something you can just see someone do and be like, oh,
Yeah, I got that. Or I'll figure it out later.
No, I got it. Yeah. I'll just do it on the first day of the job. I'll just, I don't know how long you think you
As long as I remember to put the
But
semicolon.
there's skills
fine.
tests.
Yeah.
They actually have skills tests and all. It's just kind of crazy. Someone would hire someone on their work.
Without, yeah.
Wow.
They had to have had more than one applicant.
Working interviews are like a real thing, guys. Like, you guys can do them.
Right.
Like, you don't have to.
Like, oh, I saw that once. I'll just put it on my resume.
Yeah. Okay.
So I don't know. And so I was trying to think of the number. We've had, I don't know, examples of people saying they can do things.
Yeah.
In my career, and then you get there and they can't. And in fact, I read an entire Reddit thread last week it was just people talking about how to lie on your resume. It was just literally, tell them you worked here or there. Sometimes they don't check.
Lie about your employment and like
Totally
past
lie about
employer.
your employment.
Yeah.
Like, whatever.
Your university,
time missing,
your-
just fill it in with
education.
fakeness.
Yeah.
And there's
This is crazy to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, just lie.
And there were people telling their story of how they lied, that they got the job.
Yeah.
And then other people being like, kudos, man, that's awesome, and like celebrating it.
This is so helpful. Thank you.
Wait till they hear about a social media screen though. When we're checking their Reddit comments and it's like, I lied on that job and I'm in there right now.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
I forgot. That would
be horrible.
Social media screens do catch that.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know I know it happened, but I guess I was, even in the business that I'm in, I was still completely shocked at just the rampant, just saying, oh yeah, I did it, and here's what I did, writing it down.
It's like
and
saying you speak a
full, like,
language when you
celebrating
don't.
it. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Coding is like a whole language.
That's
It's
crazy.
So I hired a contractor, and this is not a builder, but I think is a coder. I hired a contractor after an accelerated interview. I red flag immediately. Accelerated interview, meaning,
Right.
hey, can you do this? Yeah, I can do it. You're hired. I hired a contractor after an accelerated interview because I needed someone now, and they passed with flying colors.
that's what they say too. Flying colors and seemed promising.
Interview.
Yeah.
Emma, are you do marketing? Yeah, awesome. You
hired.
passed
Yeah.
the flying colors.
Yep.
On day 2, a female reports back, comes to me and says, this person won't let women review his code. I talked to the new hire to get his side of the story, and he confirmed what she
I want to
said
know what
was
he
correct,
said when he confirmed it.
and he doubled down on
Oh,
this.
okay.
I will not let a woman review my code. On day 3,
And why? Did you say why?
no, he doesn't say here. So
I'm sure he said in the.
Yeah.
They probably don't want to post that on Reddit.
Three-
Yeah.
Right.
on day 3, he was fired.
Okay.
So
As he should be.
yeah,
Yeah.
So
I mean, you're not going to let somebody review your work.
that's a quick. I don't understand how you could possibly say that and think that someone's going to be. I don't let women review, and they're review my code, and someone's going to, the manager's going to be like, oh yeah, no problem, bro,
Yeah.
Yeah.
totally good,
Totally get it.
get it.
Yeah.
I understand.
Understandable. I wouldn't let a woman review my code either.
I mean,
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That I don't know. Sometimes what people will say, they lose their job for good reason. I think.
Yeah.
Right. I mean,
A lot of these are very
Okay,
well
now
deserved of
what?
firing. A lot of these are very well deserved of a fire.
Yeah, quick firings, guaranteed firing. So, this one is mind blowing,
Okay.
and I question whether it's real. Right?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so there was a lady at my job that robbed. It just sounds like something that happened in a TV show or like some folklore. But
Yeah.
there's a lady at my job that robbed a bank on her lunch break. And remember the a couple episodes ago we had the was it it leads the kids.
Yeah.
What was that?
Oh.
But he robbed 10 banks.
Yeah. Mhm.
Oh,
he was
yes.
in school. He was in school. He was a teacher.
Was he a teacher? Or
Yeah.
Maybe,
Yeah. He was.
maybe he was like a minister of something.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, professor,
Yeah.
like a college.
It was.
No, it was a private school. It was
Okay,
it was a really high end private school.
I don't know. Robbed 10 banks. But
Yeah.
so this
Hi,
lady
I'm going
robs
to
a bank
lunch.
on her lunch break,
Comes back.
then parked her car in the garage of a hospital across the street and came back to work like nothing happened.
With what? All the money in her car?
Yeah.
Yeah, if someone hears
Like,
this
what?
and say, "Oh, we've heard that story before.
Yeah.
It's totally not real," you need to
Is
you
this
need
a
to tell
movie,
us.
guys?
Yeah. Unfortunately, she had forgotten to take off her ID badge
Oh
while she
my
robbed
gosh.
the bank, so the cops just came over to the building and arrested her by the end of the day. Real or fake?
I'm going to give her a name. Let's call her Lisa. I don't
I was gonna say Linda. That's so funny.
Linda.
So
Come on, Linda.
real or fake?
I don't know. Maybe there's truths to it, but during a lunch break is crazy. Like, how do you think you're
Well,
I have an hour long?
Made me
like,
think about it was
oh, like an
the
alibi.
whole ID the
Yeah.
whole ID badge thing just made me think no way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, remember the one I read last episode before last, when he robbed that bank with his 2 coworkers and they caught him because he signed his autograph on the booklet at the desk.
No. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. It did. I'm sure there's some parts of that are true, but
Definitely stretched
yeah,
a little bit.
All right, so you guys, who's got one? You've got a long one, I think.
I do.
This is a submitted story, I think.
Yes. So this story was submitted to me on LinkedIn, but she asked if she could stay anonymous because she said that a lot of the story would be very telling if somebody was to see it someday as to who they were and where she worked.
Protecting her identity.
Yes. And so this is a long one, guys, so buckle in. She said she wanted to finally share her bad hire story. I think she's been waiting to tell this one for a long time.
I'm glad we could be an outlet.
I know, right?
Let's go.
I hired an intern to work with me who was a backup for someone else I was hoping to hire. The day started as an intern was a day we had to attend a horror event, and it was her actual first time walking through haunted houses. I took her through, and the night ended up being great for our literal first time meeting each other. We naturally became close after that and had a pretty decent relationship. Fast forward, and I end up hiring her full time, but I was going through some personal things, a separation from my marriage, and was trying to be there for her, but was also being kind of distant. I would ask her to get work done, and she would get very flustered and wouldn't know how to handle it. She was overwhelmed by everything all the time, even as simple as sending an email. One day, I saw her using ChatGPT for every single project I assigned to her, which is fine, but some things need to be personal. A few months into her being full-time, we hired a new intern who she had recommended and knew. But as she was hired, she was quickly jealous of the new intern and had to, so the new intern, I guess, was having to sit at her desk because of the lack of desk space that they had. Mm-hmm. And she would go to my fitness class with me. So she's saying the new intern would go to these fitness classes with her. And the new intern and her got closer. The original hire was getting jealous and upset, even though she was invited to do all these activities, but she wanted to get really close to me and my friend. Since I wasn't letting that happen, she decided she would tear me down. She ended up quitting her job, making it about me. Then she lied to my manager and to the HR department about all these things that I had did. She told them that she had to drive me home from being too drunk at an outing, separate from a company event. She told them I was using her apartment to have an affair. Literally never saw her apartment. She told me I showed her inappropriate photos of myself that I wouldn't take to work, and that she would show them to her while she was at work. I would ask her to do things because that's her job. She would even gaslight me in the office and say I never told her to do something, but I would have actual physical proof of it in an email or a message. Anyway, HR asked me like 30 questions. About 90% were lies, and after 3 months of an investigation, I got fired.
What?
I didn't know if that's as bad as many other bad hires, but since she's blocked me on all my social media, including LinkedIn, people keep sharing her posts with me, and it's her complaining about how awful I was and that she had to hide in her car and cry from me yelling at her, which again, I never did. She posted on TikTok about how horrible her boss was, and of course this was her first job, and a lot of people at the company knew her boss was me. Anyways, that's my story.
How old is this person?
She's now I think the person who's writing this.
No, the
intern.
The person that was causing all the drama.
I think
for
she
her.
sounds pretty young.
I was about to say, this sounds like high school drama that she brought into the workplace.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
And the lady who's telling the story must be older because she was married. She had a separation from her marriage. I think now she has a really high up position at a different company, but she had an intern working for her. So this person had to be right out of college.
Okay. That
I would
makes
have to
sense
say.
then.
Wow.
That's crazy.
I just gave her an opportunity, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
I guess a lot of people, bring a lot of drama and bring all that kind of stuff into their workplace. But that's.
Which I guess being jealous of a
It's horrible
coworker.
to have bad things said about you that aren't true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
then saying that she was doing things at non-company events, because I have to do
and bringing it to HR.
Yeah. It's so dramatic.
I don't know. I think it was. Yeah, I feel bad for her.
And the biggest thing for me is if all of it's not true.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
To have that said about you, and then have someone go on TikTok and post about you.
Yeah. Apparently,
it
lives
how bored do
in
you
her
have
head.
to be to come up with all of these fake scenarios too?
Vindictive person or something to do that.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Post about them on LinkedIn. If I'm a future employer and I see her posting about her previous
How much you want to bet that a social media screen on that particular person probably would have shown
most definitely, most definitely
a history
crazy
of
stuff,
bad stuff,
and
not great posts.
Yeah,
wow.
It kind of reminded me of Mean Girls, when they have the book that they write in, and it's
the burn book,
literally, the bad hire book,
Somebody should
the bad boss book,
do that social media screen at least for
at
least for senior people, but it seems like it might be more effective for young people to make sure they even know how to operate and on social media and aren't complete gaslighters on there or something.
I feel like social media is sometimes even more telling in modern day than a background check sometimes too, because that's where people's lives are. They post everything on there, and there are a lot of things that they might not have gotten a record for, but they still could be doing.
Yeah,
and I think
I mean, you could do so much damage to someone or a company on social media. The background check and the criminal records are important as well, but that's social media. It's just crazy town.
Yeah.
All right. What's next?
This one's from Reddit. So this one's a kind of short story. All right. So I was a hiring manager at a Dunkin' Donuts, and I had a guy submit an application, and he had listed that he was a felon. I briefly asked him about it. I really don't care. Tons of felons work here. And he told me that he had 2 counts of grand larceny from stealing from his previous jobs. Okay. His most recent job was at another Dunkin' Donuts.
No, you're saying he said in advance?
Yes.
Okay.
So he said he had 2 counts of grand larceny, but it was from stealing from previous jobs. His previous job was a Dunkin' Donuts. So he's going to apply for another Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh, my.
And he said that he was bragging about how many times he got away with it before getting caught. Needless to say, he was not fit for the position.
Well, I'm sorry. That really got me.
Stories that are
I don't care. Lots of felons work here, so you fit right in.
Yeah, I don't really care. But also, Why would he just go to another Dunkin' Donuts? Like, change up where you're going to steal from.
That is funny. What is it about the Dunkin' Donuts?
What is
you
he,
want to
what
work
is he
there so
stealing?
bad?
Is he just stealing the cash, or is he stealing the product?
I don't know.
Like, we tend to ask.
He really wanted to
He's a donut thief.
sneak peek at the seasonal
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh my goodness. All right. Now, this is also from Reddit. This is from somebody who's worked in recruiting and HR for a very long time. So it's kind of a list of their bad hires in one post. So this is a lot of different
But
things.
they're kind of short. Though.
Yeah, they are.
Okay.
So it says,
Just kind of some bullet point.
Yeah.
Like, blow-
which,
yeah.
if you've had this many bad hires, you start to wonder, should I still be doing recruiting? Like,
Well, I know it's tough work. It's super hard
It
work.
is, yeah.
And it can be incredibly rewarding when
Yeah.
when you put somebody in the right job,
yeah, you
in
see
the
them
right
do well.
company, and they just crush it.
Yeah.
That's got to feel good. And if you look across a company you've been doing business with, you can see kind of like your recruiting DNA everywhere. And
Yeah.
I've really done a good job. You can feel good about that.
Yeah.
But you also, if you do it a lot, you stack up some misses.
Yeah.
And
This one,
so
I think, was
I like-
full of misses.
I like this person was like,
Let me just give it
let
all
me
to
just
you.
give you some misses.
So he says, oh boy, where to start? Most of these stories are early in my career, but I've had, bullet point, a candidate on trial for the murder of his wife, a best-selling author / medical doctor, breast surgeon, who tried to run over a police officer.
We're starting off strong here.
Yep.
No, okay.
Multiple people show up drunk or under the influence.
All right.
Had one guy who tried to fight the operations manager after feeling disrespected by the manager's inquiries to his shaky work history. Had a lawyer try to...
So that had to been like early in the process.
Yeah.
Like, because they're asking about his work history. So you're talking about like week 1.
Yeah.
Like, what have you done now?
Yeah. Had a...
Don't ask me. I fight, fighters.
Yeah.
You don't.
Yeah.
You don't want to know.
Don't ask me about my work history. I'll throw down right.
He said Nunya on his resume. All right. Had a lawyer try to sue me and bill a client for time spent on an interview because he was pissed that he didn't get the job. Once we explained the billables to his company, they dropped him like a fly. A lady once presumably soiled herself in a small interview room with me.
Oh my gosh.
I had a woman...
The life of a recruiter.
Had a woman of color tell me I couldn't understand diversity because I'm a white guy. Troves of candidates that are terrible in interviews, bad on paper, etc., try to offload the rejection onto falsities that are easier for them to accept. Sorry, no ma'am, it's not that you are an older person. I had no idea because we only spoke on the phone and you never revealed any identifying information. But yes, please keep telling me in the screening call that we won't hire you because we are because we are ageist, and another you won't understand because you look young. Okay. Had a greasy-looking guy once tell me my colleague was hot when she left to use the bathroom. Oh, there was this one guy who stole a projector on his way out of the building.
That's so funny. I'll be taking that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I need one of these for Sundays. I need to watch the game on one.
I can't believe I'm like, he still has one more or two more. Had a former cop apply to a security job to find out he was forced out of the force due to domestic violence, drugs, and oh yeah, he's a sex offender.
Oh.
Maybe a children's hospital isn't the best place to apply for.
Oh my god.
Oh my.
Well, that's true. We see that all the time.
Oh,
where
yeah.
People are applying somewhere, we do their background check, and you're like, they're trying to work where?
At a school,
Right.
at a children's hospital.
And you're just like, wow, I'm glad these people do background checks.
Wow.
This one was, I was offered sexual favors from candidates, men and women.
Wow.
Oh.
Okay. The life of a
Wow.
recruiter.
And so his last line is, so many more. These are just the ones that come to
I
mind.
wonder how many recruiters are listening to that list going, no way.
Yeah.
Like, just haven't experienced that before, and they're just like,
And who's reading the Reddit thread going, oh, that was me?
yeah.
Somebody replied to him and said, Jesus Christ, are you working for a McDonald's? Are you recruiting for McDonald's?
I don't know.
Maybe. All right, this is my last
There's
story.
good people. I mean,
Yeah.
Everybody's got good people. I don't.
This is my last story for this episode, but the candidate submitted a take-home test by email, and they forgot to extract the text of the email reply chain with his buddy, in which if you scroll far enough, you could see A, their buddy helped them with the test. Actually, the buddy did most of it. And B, the two of them weighing up on the finer points of a drug deal they were participating in.
No way.
I guess people don't understand like the reply all and like the forward.
I guess they
and...
just forward. They had this big long conversation, and
Yeah.
he's like, "Hey, check these questions out," and then he forwards that whole thing.
Also, like think
How
about
are you
talking
not
about
double
No, I've
checking?
gotten like some forwards where like
people.
didn't.
How are you
Yeah.
not
Just
double
pay
checking
attention.
though, especially for something like that?
Yeah.
I almost never hit reply all. People, I think I aggravate
Like,
people.
ooh,
because-
let me make sure they don't see my drug deal.
Yeah. Who talks about a drug deal on email though?
I know.
Like text about it. Like you use
Apparently drug
something
deals.
else.
Keep that in your text message.
Literally.
All right, all right.
And I
hey,
keep it anywhere.
Quick break. This podcast is sponsored by BChecks. Ever hire someone who looked great on paper but turned out to be a walking HR nightmare? That's where BChecks comes in with incredible accuracy, lightning fast results under 20 hours, and fraud catching tech that screeners fraud catching tech other screeners miss. We help schools, cities, dioceses, and businesses hire the right people the first time. Switch now and get up to $2,000 in account credit. Don't let the next bad hire be your problem. Visit bchecks.io and protect your team, your reputation, and your sanity. Thank you, BChecks. So, Emma, what do you have?
Okay.
I'm excited for Emma's.
This one is a little long, so I'm going to start with it. It's from Reddit.
Okay.
All right, here we go. See if I can keep this PG for the listeners
Yes,
out
keep
there.
it PG for sure.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to modify some things. All right. I was the office coordinator for a large staffing agency between 2004 and 2006. So this is a long time ago. My office was unique in that it was situated on a client side in a modular building. Our office only staffed for this one client, but we had 225 to 250 employees at our client site. Every spring, the client would hire approximately 10 to 12 people from our pool of people. This was a great opportunity for people that had little to no previous experience or a less than stellar work history to get a foot in the door and an opportunity to advance to a job with great pay, benefits, etc.
I love that.
Of course, you also got some of the scummiest people walking through your door
That's
looking
so
for work.
Bad that they said that.
I
Oh,
know.
I can't believe they said that.
Our biggest disqualifying factors were people were felons, sexual background checks.
Sexual
Like-
they do
like-
a sex
like-
offender check?
That's what he says on here.
Okay.
I'm assuming that's what
Yeah.
he means.
All right, so
te-
first, let's not suggest that all felons are unemployable,
Yeah.
because they absolutely are. But
Yeah.
but okay,
Yeah, I'm assuming that's what he meant.
because that's the people. A lot of those people need those
Yeah.
jobs to get back into the workforce and get great pay and benefits.
Yeah.
Another thing is testing positive for a controlled substance
Yeah.
and recent violent crimes. We also tended to stay away from people that had worked heavy manufacturing, doing repetitive, stressful work for a long period of time.
Okay.
I was second in command of our branch office and reported directly to the branch manager. We'll call her Mandy.
Okay, Mandy's a made-up name.
Mandy was a very interesting woman, about 40 to 45 years old. The best way to describe Mandy was she was a little crazy.
As she reads the story and tries to reword it in this.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could reword that. I'll just keep it out. She was a little crazy.
Okay.
Mandy absolutely loved me and treated me like I was her golden child. I was in charge when Mandy was absent, and all the shift leads would call me when they had a problem. We had an employee, I will call him Fred. Fred lived in a weekly rate hotel that was a dome right down the street from his favorite bar, which I will call Minnie's. Fred worked on one of the day shifts that ran 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. And hold on, I can't keep up. The story is so long.
That is a long story.
Okay. This is just little details about like where he lived and everything that has really nothing to do with this. That has really nothing to do with the story.
He's in a motel.
He's in a motel, whatever.
Near the bar, like he's like.
Yeah.
Lots of setup in this.
Yeah.
People love
I love
to
the
get
detail though.
Yeah,
I really love it. It helps me paint the picture,
Look,
you know.
was his eyes.
Fred had started off as a decent employee, but his attendance started slipping as he was... Sorry, I had to switch to the...
Going to minis, yeah.
as he was calling in sick. Fred was one Fred was of the notion that he was going to work just enough to be able to earn himself enough money to be able to drink and pay weekly rent and no more. Fred had been counseled repeatedly by myself and finally the branch manager on his attendance. He was on his last warning and was informed that any more attendance violations in the next 30 days would be met with termination. 3 days later, Fred comes into my office hysterical that his mother was in the town next over, had a stroke, and was dying in the hospital. He really needed to be with her. I grant him a 1-day approved absence as long as he is going to be with his mother at the hospital.
1 day.
I was really generous and I let him have a
He said as long as he's going to be at the hospital with his mother, because God forbid he go to Minnie's. Like,
He thanks me profusely and I call him a cab. When Mandy comes into the office, I inform her of the situation. She is going to wait about an hour and then go down to Minnie's to see if he's there. Half an hour after I spoke with Mandy, the office receives a call. It's from Fred's sister. Her and their mother had been doing some shopping downtown, and her mother stepped out in front of a car and got hit. Her mother is in bad shape. They are airlifting her to a trauma hospital. I take her name and number and will have Fred give her a call. I call down to Minnie's and ask the bartender if Fred is there. It is an emergency. They put Fred on the phone. I relay the information from his sister without mentioning anything about his absence. Like, not even going to
bring it up.
not even going to bring it up.
Not just too bad a time to bring it
yeah.
up.
Fred then blows up on me via the phone about how dare I call him at Minnie's. He informs me that he doesn't care if his mom's in critical condition.
Oh.
How dare I ruin the sanctity of Minnie's by calling him.
What is so
And then inform him that he is fired. Don't bother coming to work tomorrow. And then hung up the phone. I then informed the branch manager of this, and she laughs and says, "Take all your things, like everything. It's fine." And she is glad she doesn't have to terminate him now. Like, she's glad she didn't have to be the one to do it.
Yeah.
I call and have the customer deactivate his access card, and I enter his termination notes in the employee database. 20 minutes later, a cab pulls up, and Fred jumps out and comes running into our office and starts screaming at me from the entrance to the building while walking towards my office. Mandy hears the commotion and grabs him and pulls him into her office and plops him down in a chair. The conversation ends with him saying, "F you, I don't work for you. I work for the client," whatever, blah, blah, blah. He then storms out of the office. We look out and see him try to use his access card in the gate to gain entry to the factory. When it doesn't work, he begins kicking the gate. At that point, I call 911 and report an aggressive, drunk ex-employee attempting to break into a secure facility.
This one.
Yeah.
From the sanctity of Millie's to
Millie's.
Fred walks around to the front of the client and starts banging and kicking on their locked front glass door, demanding to be let in. I call the receptionist and inform her that the police are on the way. He ends up kicking their glass window and spiderwebbing it before being tased by the police, like smash it.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
second taser event of the show.
Yeah.
Our client ended up having him banned from the property and press charges on him, whatever. 3 days later, I get a call from Fred asking me as sweet as pie if he can have another chance at his job. I had to inform him that even if I was willing, which I was not, he had acted in such a way that the client had him banned from their property. They were so terrified of him, my hands were tied. He thanked me for my time and hung up.
Oh, my
And
gosh.
then this is how it ends. Get ready. It's
crazier?
it's kind of dark. It's kind of dark.
Oh my God.
2 years. 2 years later.
Oh no.
2 years later, Fred was killed in a bar fight after being hit in the head with a bar stool at Minnie's.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
And that is the list of that story.
First of all,
Okay.
There's so much to unpack here.
No more stories like that. That's just you can't ruin my day with
well,
I wasn't trying to ruin your day. You wanted the craziest stories.
that's crazy.
first of all, I want to say that, like, I don't call it karma, but he literally spoke his mother being in the hospital into existence, pretty much.
I know.
Lying about her.
I know there's so much to unpack here. The way that
There's so much detail in that story.
Yeah.
And then
Almost
the sanctity of
makes you
Minnie's
think
literally ended up being
makes
his
you
death.
think it's real that it's like so many
how
people,
dare you call me at Minnie's?
right? Oh, nuts.
That's crazy.
One's pretty crazy.
I think about that when I hear that story. I think about being a recruiter
Yeah.
In an operation like that, when you've got so many people.
Yeah.
One client, I think they said they had 250 people on one client.
Mm-hmm.
And just all the stuff you have to deal with, right? Just all the emergencies from the people that you hired.
Yeah.
And most of the time, those are like really high pressure placements. Got to have the people. The people are hard to find.
Yeah.
And so, you end up sometimes not getting the greatest. You absolutely get some people that you're going to have challenges with. And so your life every day is, you wake up and wonder what emergency am I going to deal with on somebody at place at a client's place?
Yeah.
And it's always tough because think about the pressure of the recruiter of like that one hire does something so bad that they lose the account. Now we're going to lose not just the one position, but the whole thing, all the placements as they switch. So I don't know. It's very, very, very tough.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
All right. That's got to be it for today. Because
I only got through one story.
No, please tell me you have something that's
you have a light.
I'll have better. I'll have better ones next time.
Short, funny one. All right. So there was some short comment made on what?
Yes, TikTok. This one actually might be.
We shouldn't end on that because it's so boring.
Yeah, but at least it's not like death.
I guess.
Got killed in a bar fight. All right.
Yes.
This one was submitted to us or commented on our TikTok page by Judgmental Barbie. And she said, hired a 16-year-old for a front desk position at a hotel. First day, late by 10 minutes due to the bus. Okay, that's valid. Second day, late 30 minutes due to period cramps. I get it. Being a woman can have its moments. Third day, late 1 hour because she didn't want to come. Walked over to HR and sent her packing.
Day three is a magic day.
It is. It is, yeah. It's like
guaranteed firings happen on day 3.
But that's all she had to say.
3 is a magic number.
Yep.
Well, thank you for that.
Judgmental Barbie, thank you. Appreciate your comment.
Judgmental Barbie.
All right, that's going to do it for this episode of The Bad Hire. Big thanks to everyone who's we had a couple submissions in there. Big thanks to that, and we look forward to more coming in as more people submit on our website. We've got that $10,000 contest running. So if you've got a really bad hire story that you'd like to tell, we'd love to hear it. We'd love to read it. We're going to have some cool ways to submit online at our website, thebadhire.com. And I think we're going to experiment with some technology that would let you tell the story, and maybe we could play someone doing it. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, if your story is great enough and we like it, we'll ask you to come on the show and hang out, be a co-host for a couple episodes and read some other stories. It should be fun. Yeah. So submit your story. We look forward to it. If you enjoyed today's episode, make sure to follow, rate, share us. We need it. We want to grow the show, want people to listen. We think it's fun. It's fun to do anyway. And share this with a friend who might be in the space and be hiring people. They've got their own stories to tell. We'll be back next time with more unbelievable stories that prove sometimes the biggest risk to your business is the person you just hired. Until next time, I'm Ken with Emma and Morgan. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time on The Bad Hire.
Bye.
Thank you, guys.
Hey, thanks for tuning in to The Bad Hire. Don't forget to follow, rate, and share the show. If you've got a story of your own, I'd love to hear it. You can email me at ken@thebadhire.com or find me on LinkedIn at Ken Monroe. And I'll see you next time.